Hello, everyone, and welcome to another one of our videos here at Your Way to Europe Consultation Services. My name is Shade, and I serve as the CEO of Your Way to Europe Consultation Services. The title for today's video is all about financing your studies in Europe. But before we start to discuss a student's finances here, first we'd like to wish you a very good. We'd like to wish you all the best in this time which we face, this uncertain time, this pandemic. We send our well wishes and our prayers and our support both to you and your family, and we hope that you will be okay and you'll make it through this pandemic and that you will see your dreams come to fruition here in Europe, right? Okay, so let's get started. So yes, how do we finance our studies here in Europe, or financing our studies here in Europe? Well, this is a popular question, or a lot of people want to know if they're able to work while they're here, or if they're unable to work, or what are the opportunities available for them here in Europe. Well, for most European countries, the students are able to work 20 hours per week. That is, during the semester, the students are able to work 20 hours per week. And when the semester is on a break, students are able to work full time, right? This is generally across the board here in Europe. So if you're wondering if you're able to work, yes, you can work generally here in Europe, but it is just to say that you're able to work part-time, right? So let's talk about ways to finance your studies here in Europe. How will you finance your studies here? Because we did a previous video where I spoke about, or we took a look at, we did a price comparison of studying in the USA versus studying in Canada, right? We did a price comparison of studying in the USA and Canada versus studying in selected European countries. And we found that it is cheaper or it is more affordable to study in selected European countries than to study in the USA and Canada. But even though it may be cheaper, it still requires for one or for an individual to have some money, right? Because you will need money for tuition and board and just your general lifestyle. So you will still need some money. So this video, we're going to talk about ways to finance your studies here. So of course, first of all, your parents, you will need some help. You will need some financial support from your parents. And I know this, especially for students who are doing bachelor's degrees, many times their parents support them fully. And for some master's students, I know that their parents support them fully as well. But a lot of times, master's students, they're on their own. So, but some parents still do support their students. But yeah, so I would say parents would be a great source of funding. So from parents or from your saving, if you had some money saved, if you're a master's student and you were working previously, if you have some savings, that would be good for you here. And if your parents had some savings for you, if you were a child or whatever, that would be good. So yes, you would need some financial support from your parents, right? Another one is scholarships and grants. So if you're able to get any funding, whether it be from funding back home in your country, as in a local organization, whether it be private or government, if you can receive funding from them, a scholarship or a grant, whatever it be, that would be great for you here. And or if you could receive an international funding from an organization here, that would be good as well. And yeah, when I just came here, I received money from an organization here. Yeah, it is rare, and that was one of the things while researching to come here. I read that it was so hard to receive any grants or any scholarships to study here in Germany, but I actually got some money to study here, which I believe was a miracle, but all glory to God. All right. So next thing you can do is to do a part-time job, right? And as I said, students are allowed to work 20 hours per week and full-time during the semester break generally. So part-time jobs, like what can you do as a what kind of jobs can you do while working part-time? Type of part-time jobs, I made a list. They include working at restaurants, doing tutoring, and working at, like, for example, the printry, wherever wherever there is a need for you, in any little area, in whichever organization, you can work there like part-time. As I said, 20 hours per week is what the government requires, or what the government stipulates, seeing that a student should focus on their studies and should only work part-time. Their priority should be their studies, right? So okay, so let's talk about, for example, you can do tutoring to teach, say you're a native French speaker and you went to Spain to study. Maybe you can do tutoring to teach French, or if you're a native English speaker and you're in Germany, if you're studying in Germany, you could teach English or you could teach math, physics. There are actually tutoring opportunities. Okay, so for me, okay, so I don't want to speak much about what I am doing here, but I guess this is what I signed up for. So for me, I've been working at my university as a part-time student. So that's another way a student is able to make money here. They can work at the university under a professor or with a research group as a mini job, or it could be like a part-time researcher. I know of students here who they're working as part-time researchers, and they actually make like a decent amount, like they make some good money, I would say. So you have some students doing that. I also know some students who they don't work as much as the part-time researcher, but they work like in printers and they make good enough money, especially if they're working like on the night shift or so forth, right? And another opportunity here, I know especially in Germany, is a lot of students, they don't even work part-time. What they do, they only work during the semester break, and they get to save, they get to accumulate enough money that will sustain them throughout the semester. And they do this either annually or they do this every 2 years, because there are companies where students are able to work during the semester break and make enough money to keep them for the entire year until they go back to that same company again. Yeah, I know about that. And just to say, it's the same thing. I know a lot of a lot of Jamaican students do, or what I did while I was doing my bachelor's degree in Jamaica. I would go to the USA and work, and save enough money to keep me. Well, it never kept me for the year, but I know of students. I know of students who go to the USA, work enough money so that they can pay for their tuition in Jamaica, or enough money just to get by throughout the year without actually working. Um, and students actually do that here in Germany as well. But they don't necessarily work two jobs. They will work maybe at one company, and it is enough to keep them, like good enough money to sustain them for the year. And what else should I say? Okay, I would recommend that if you're coming here, have some money saved. That would be ideal. First of all, if you're coming here, you will need to show the government that you have enough money to sustain yourself for at least 1 year. I know that for a fact. So have enough saved, because it may be that you're anticipating to get a job and you may not get a job right away. Like for me, when I was coming here, I anticipated on getting a job immediately. Yeah, because when I came here, I was just searching for jobs. But really, I didn't get my job. I got a job in December. So I came here in October, and then I got the job in December. And then, so I was just like searching. And finally in December, like months, right? Or weeks later, December, and then I quit that job, and then I never got another one until April. So I would say, don't say, okay, I am trying to focus on just getting a job. It may be that things don't go the way how you intended. So I would say, have some money saved, have people around you to support you, like your family, like your parents, or try to get scholarships, grants, funding, whatever it is. But either way, if you don't have all of these stuff, which I recommend, I would say still go for your dreams. Don't let any money or finances stop you, because you may come here in Europe and it may be that you get a job faster. You may be that you come here in October, in April, whenever you decide to come here, and it could be that you get the job right away. Like when you come, we may not have the same story. So for me, whatever it is, don't let it limit you. Just go for it, and yeah. So I think that is it for now about financing your studies in Europe. And I hope to see you soon, and we look forward to taking care of your application. So bye, and stay safe. Seriously, stay safe. All right, but don't be fearful. Don't fear. Okay. All right, bye. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys very soon.